Action. Alright, hey guys, it is me, Justin from Preserve Skincare, and today I want to talk about the 3 options that you have when it comes to researching a skincare ingredient that you may have found on the back label of one of your skincare products. I have my computer here with me, and I'm going to go through with you the ways that I like to research a skincare ingredient. So if you're interested, stay tuned, and I'll see you soon. Alright, so let's just start off by picking out a skincare product. I just took this one out of my drawer, and this is the Crave Beauty Matcha Hemp Hydrating Cleanser, one of my favorite skincare products. And if we just go pick an ingredient off the list, the ingredients are down here. Let's go with 1,2-hexanediol. And the first thing that you could always do is just give it a good old Google search. So let's see. And the first thing you're going to want to look at is the snippet. Here we can see the snippet, and it briefly describes it as moisture binding, a preservative, and a humectant, and a solvent. That kind of tells you the very basics of it, but if you're not someone who's super attuned to skincare vocabulary, then this might not be helpful for you. You could search around for articles. I don't know. This Truth in Aging tends to be a good website, so let's click on that. It's one that I recognize at least. And here we go. Here's an entire page on it. They talk about some of the history of it and just the way that it might be used in formulation, but it could still be kind of confusing. So that's your first option. More times than not, the internet is going to give you a lot of answers. When the ingredients get more obscure, like 1,2-hexanediol, you might have more of an issue. So for these instances, I tend to go to sources that I know are very specific. One of these is the Paula's Choice Skincare or Ingredient Dictionary. And here we are, 1,2-hexanediol, first ingredient on the list. And if we click on this, well, it's only a sentence, but it says a synthetic preservative and moisture binding agent belonging to a class of agents known as higher molecular glycols. It is considered non-sensitizing. That's some good information. This is the issue with the Paula's Choice Ingredient Dictionary, is that sometimes it's just really short. Here are the references at least for the journal, and often if you're really interested in reading more scientific text, this can be a really amazing way to find good research. Paula's Choice often backs a lot of their claims with good scientific evidence, so if you want to read more, maybe click here. My favorite solution, and maybe you'll figure out why, is because I write these, is the Skincare Dictionary from Preserve Skincare. And it's no question I chose 1,2-hexanediol. It's usually the first ingredient on any skincare dictionary list. So you could search here looking for one of them, or you could choose by class, but since it's here, let's just click on 1,2-hexanediol. Here you'll find a description, a short description of what the ingredient is. And here it says 1,2-hexanediol is a synthetic humectant, emollient, and preservative boosting ingredient. It is completely safe and common in many skincare formulations. 1,2-hexanediol is most commonly used as a solvent in skincare formulation. At a glance, that really tells you what the ingredient is and how it's used in skincare. But moving down, we could get even more, if we don't know what that means, this just might be what we're looking for. Oh, okay, so it's a synthetic and it's a preservative. It's not called by any other name, and here's the classification that it would fit into. Here's a graphical analysis. So for every ingredient on this skincare dictionary, there is a radar graph, which rates it on its anti-inflammatory capabilities, moisturizing capabilities, hydrating, exfoliant, antioxidant, anti-acne. Here we see that it's a moderate moisturizer. It has some anti-inflammatory capabilities and some hydrating capabilities, but otherwise, it's really not an ingredient that you would consider active. It's mostly just there to help the product come together, and it serves more on the technical side of formulation rather than any, you don't see companies listing 1,2-hexanediol on the front of their packaging as advertisement for the products. It is fungal acne safe and it is vegan and it's completely non-irritating. In here, for most of the ingredients, though, I tend to have linked a blog post. So here is an entire blog post on 1,2-hexanadiol. You know, it's short, but it's just about this ingredient. It's gonna tell you everything that you need to know about the class of glycols, how it's used in formulation, and the effects it has on the skin. And then here's the list of sources if you're curious to read more. I've listed those below. Just going back to the skincare dictionary, in case you're curious to look through. It does not have as many ingredients as the Paula's Choice dictionary does, so that's the drawback. If you are really looking for something specific, you might have a better luck finding on Paula's Choice, but I would recommend checking out the Preserve Skincare Dictionary first. You're gonna find a lot more content there. And it's regularly updated about once a week. A handful of ingredients are added. I do them all myself, so I can only move so fast. But if you can't find it, head over to Paula's Choice. They have some really great content on there. And if you can't find it in either of those, search the wider internet. You're bound to find something. Check Google Scholar, you might find something interesting there. But overall, don't stop looking. It's really important to know what you're putting on your skin, and you should never just take a brand's word for it. Do your own research. Sometimes the brand will offer you some own content, but really try to go outside of the company you're buying for and do your own research on the ingredient to know if this is something you want to put on your skin, and if so, why. Thank you so much for joining. I appreciate having you here today. Have a great day, and go check it out. Bye, guys.